Hi, and welcome to episode 110 or 110 of C3 Crystals, Cauldrons, and Cocktails. I'm Ren,
And I'm River.
and today we thought we might talk a little bit about some fun, witchy things we can buy online because I feel like we haven't done anything like that.
We haven't, but it's going to be kind of weird to try to do it. But yes,
Uh-huh.
Yule and Christmas is right around the corner. We've got Black Friday coming up in just a few weeks. And
Yes.
so we thought we would get you guys geared up for all of
Mm-hmm.
that and let you know
Mm-hmm.
what's out there so you can get a jump on your shopping.
Yes, and it's also weird because we are literally recording this on Samhain.
Yes, we are. Happy
Happy
Samhain, which
Samhain, and so
you all will get late, but
get late, yes, but
yeah.
at the same time, we're also like, prepare for Yule, but it just feels so weird. My husband and I went shopping earlier today. Um, we have an event that we're going to, and he needed dress shoes, a whole
Hmm.
thing. It was shopping that was unexpected. So we're out shopping, and all of the Halloween stuff is on clearance. I'm
That is
like,
ridiculous.
today is Samhain and Halloween, and everything's on clearance, like marked down to like not even pennies of
Yeah,
like
last
clearance.
year I went out shopping like 2 weeks before Halloween to get some additional
Yeah,
stuff after I put up my Halloween stuff. I needed some new stuff because some of the old stuff had broken. There was no Halloween
nothing.
stuff out. It was all
It's all
Christmas.
Christmas and Yule stuff. Well, Christmas, I would say that
Yeah,
people sell. But yeah, it's all Christmas stuff right now. And I'm like, what? It's literally,
I
anyways.
know. We haven't
So,
even
I
gotten
mean,
to Thanksgiving yet.
right? I mean, we're kind of like hopping on that bandwagon of prepare for Yule.
Yeah, but that's because Black Friday is before Thanksgiving. Well, no, the day after Thanksgiving.
Yeah, yeah. But on to more important things.
Yes.
What are we drinking?
Oh,
Um,
yeah.
yes.
What are
So
we drinking?
since we're talking about holidays and we're coming up to holiday season, and it's weird because we're talking about Yule before Thanksgiving and we're not even at Thanksgiving and blah blah blah. We decided to make some wine drinks
Hmm.
because I just feel like it's fitting.
Yeah,
So we all know how River loves her wine. I mean,
absolutely.
I love a little bit of wine too, here and there. But
Hmm.
you made a white wine drink. Wow, white wine. I almost messed that up. And I made a red wine drink to mix it up a little bit. And we are calling these our winter wonders.
Yes, which I
So,
love that.
yes. So, you used Prosecco, oranges, orange juice, cranberry juice, and cinnamon sticks, which the cinnamon sticks kind of wigged me out a little bit because cinnamon and orange juice. What?
It's so good. Okay, I love cinnamon though, so I'm probably not the one to judge that. I would have cinnamon
Yes.
on
Yes.
anything.
Now, I will say I'm using a Ria
Yeah, I don't know how to pronounce all the red wine stuff.
wine. It's a
Rioja.
red Rioja. It's a red
Uh,
wine.
yeah,
Um,
it's like a Spanish one or
yeah.
something, isn't it? Yeah.
And I'm also using oranges, orange juice, apples, and cinnamon sticks, but I did light cinnamon because I don't know. It's kind of like orange juice. Like you brush your teeth and then you drink orange juice in the morning, kind of. Like
Yeah.
they
Oh
just kind of
yeah.
don't go together. I feel to me the cinnamon sticks and the orange juice are they're different. Now I'm not bashing on it because I feel like it could be an acquired taste for sure.
I think it's great. And I think for like a Yule, if you wanted to do these drinks as warm drinks as it gets colder, I
Mm-hmm.
think that it would be good too. And I love the smell of the cinnamon sticks
Yes.
cooking when
I
it's
mean, I love a
cold.
good mulled wine.
Mulled wine. Yeah, you could
I
this is similar
love
to a
mulled
mulled wine,
wine.
but it's cold. It's
Yes.
more this is more like a sangria type
But
drink, I would say.
now I'm kind of thinking, I'm like, okay, mulled wine, usually in the recipes that I do for mulled wine, I do sugar. So you heat up the red wine, you do sugar and cinnamon sticks, and you have your mulled wine. Now, instead of sugar, what if you use orange juice?
Yeah, that's what this drink, instead of
Mm-hmm.
using sugar, which you can put sugar in these
Mm-hmm.
wine drinks, the winter wonders, too. But I feel like, well, you know me, I don't like super sweet. I feel like the orange juice and the cranberry juice make it sweet enough.
Mm-hmm.
But well, and you added apples to yours.
I like
too.
the apples. I really like
So
the apples.
I think that might make it sweet enough, but you can
Mhm.
certainly add sugar as well.
Yeah, and definitely if you don't want to use orange juice, I would also opt for like a whatever flavor, like apple juice or,
Or an apple cider.
lemonade or
Oh
apple
yeah.
cider. See, it was
Yeah.
funny because my husband and I were shopping. We apparently do a lot of shopping. We were at the grocery store and I grabbed a raspberry lemonade instead of
Oh,
like a
fun.
strawberry because I thought it was just all strawberry and I grabbed a raspberry. I feel like raspberry lemonade would be amazing with a not this red wine because the red wine it would kind of taste a bit different, but with like another red wine, it would be
You
really
know, I
good.
I feel like, I like my pink sparkling wines. I feel like this would be good with the pink sparkling wine too.
Mm-hmm. It would be. It would be.
Mm-hmm.
Have that like little bit of bubble.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. But
Because
anyway, they're both really
Prosecco is a
tasty.
bit sweet for me anyway, but
Yes. Mm-hmm.
it's the bubbles.
I mean,
I love a bubbly.
I found so you all know I love my Moscatos, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But I found a red wine version of that
Mm.
and it's not as sweet as a Moscato. I won't say it's as sweet, but it's called Roscato.
Interesting.
And it's very good. I mean obviously I would want it just a bit sweeter. I love it when my drinks don't taste anywhere close to alcohol. And
Yeah.
so the Roscato is really good. So I feel like a Roscato would be very good with this too.
Yeah, I've never even heard of that.
Hmm.
Okay. So yes,
Anyways,
these drink recipes y'all can play around with. There's all kinds of fun things that you can do with them for this upcoming winter season. And then this can be cold with ice cubes for our friends down under where it's starting to get warm. So
I'm gonna just point out that you have said down under for like the people in Australia and like, under
is
the
that not appropriate these days?
no, I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying like it's for a person, I talk to a lot of people and you're the only person who will say that on like a
A
consecutive
regular basis?
basis.
Well,
Yes.
we have listeners down there.
I understand that, but I also don't ever hear anybody say down under. Like I don't hear any except for you. You're the only person
I'm a
that I hear
weirdo.
say that. No, I like it. It's different than my normal conversations that I usually have. It's very funny. I thought I'd bring it up because you're the only person I hear say that.
That is so funny.
Anyways,
Okay, let's talk about witchy gift ideas.
yes.
So you might have friends that are still quote in the closet, or you might, because you can always buy yourself gifts too. You don't have to buy gifts
Hmm.
for other people.
Hmm.
So some people like something a little less witchy looking, while others totally embrace their inner witch, and there's something for everybody out there. And of course, Amazon is the first place we all go to for Christmas shopping. And with Amazon Prime, you can get things super fast, even if you're a procrastinator like I am. And usually there's free shipping as well with Amazon Prime.
I will say when we were doing these notes, I was like, yeah, this is such a great idea. But there's some people who don't have the luxury of getting Amazon as fast as we do. Since
I know we're spoiled.
because we're like inland and the ones who are on the Hawaiian Islands or Amazon,
Hmm.
wow, or in Alaska,
Hmm.
they don't get it. And then like Amazon, where is Amazon? I know I sound so, what's the word, non-educated right now. Uh, where is Amazon able to ship to? Like
Yeah,
worldwide,
I
obviously, but
think
I don't know if it's that
worldwide.
fast. Like I know there's warehouses and stuff, but like how fast?
Yeah, I don't know because I have a warehouse like 2 miles down the road from my house. So I get things sometimes same day, at
Which
two
you're
days
lucky on that.
at the longest. Yeah. So I
Yeah.
am totally spoiled rotten.
Yeah, it's funny because I'll send you things, you
Hmm.
know, to your house and it's
Hmm.
always like, "Oh, same day delivery." And I'm like,
Hmm.
"What?" Same day because I have to wait a little bit. Like I'm probably not as long as some
Like two
people,
days.
like 2
Hmm.
days, but I also have to pay more for mine since I'm nowhere near an
Oh, how
Amazon warehouse. So whenever I send
interesting.
you, if I buy the same thing that I send you, I pay like $2 to $5 more for mine than I do for yours.
Oh, how funny.
It's how like the shipping and the taxes work out.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
So
am very lucky. I don't know that I'll ever move.
yeah, I mean, yeah, Amazon's finicky that way
Yeah.
in my world.
Well, and I'd also say, there's a lot of online things out there too. Like Etsy
Yeah.
is my probably my second, and Temu, which
Oh,
I don't want to quote advertise for Temu because there's some sketchy things about that, but I have had some good results from
yeah,
Temu
yeah. I would
personally.
say Etsy, I've ordered from them obviously, but I don't order from Etsy regularly. It's like a special occasion type of thing. And then Temu, I have ordered from Temu, but there have been things where like allegedly Temu has like sold information or given information like
And you don't always get what
to
you
a third party.
order.
Yeah,
And it's also
yeah.
coming from China, so add that, it's 5 to 10 days. And during Christmas time, I imagine it's even worse. I don't know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, there's pros and cons definitely to a lot of the platforms to
Hmm.
buy things. Like Temu definitely is good for people who maybe, I mean, looks good for me for my pocket, like
Hmm.
I don't have that much money right now due to me still being unemployed. Let's not talk about that. And all of that. And so Temu looks great, but then
Hmm.
you also have to worry, okay, if I spend this money, will it be as good quality? Will it be
Yeah,
exactly
for
what I'm
sure.
looking for? And I feel like that's also very normal for anywhere that you order because it's not
Hmm.
right in front of you. You can't tell what it is.
Touch it. You can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's also a luxury that you have for in-person shopping, which I love in-person shopping because you can just have it right then and there. You don't
Hmm.
have to wait however
Immediately.
long.
Yeah.
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 Um,
Yeah, but
but
I would like to say if you're going to choose Etsy, which I do believe, I mean, I have an Etsy store, so obviously I
yeah,
like
you do.
Etsy, but be aware that I mean, we're small business
Small
owners.
businesses, yeah.
So we're not like Amazon where everything is already pre-made and packaged and ready to go. So it
Yeah,
could take
yeah.
longer.
I mean, Amazon is also has those like affiliate programs where you buy things in bulk, you send them to the warehouse and then they distribute
Yeah.
the stuff for you. So it's
Yeah.
also a there's also a part of Amazon where you make it yourself, send it into Amazon and they'll send it out for you type of
Yeah,
thing. It's all just very different. Amazon
it
has
works
a lot
it
of
works
stuff.
really well through Amazon if you sell bulk items of the same thing. All of my items are individual one of a kind things,
Yeah.
which makes it a lot more difficult to sell on Amazon. Well, I mean, I can sell on Amazon, but I can't warehouse because it costs the seller money to store your stuff at the Amazon site. And if each one is a different SKU number, it causes problem. So
I could
it's
see
hard to
that.
do for small business owners to use
Yeah.
Amazon if they do
Yeah.
one of a kind unique items like I do.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
true. See,
So
yeah. So, I
yeah, we're
mean,
pretty much going to talk about Amazon stuff
we're talking
today.
about Amazon, but there's a lot of like anything that we basically talk about, I feel like you can get on other
Hmm.
platforms like Etsy or whatever it may be where you shop. Um,
Hmm.
wow. But
Well,
we're
and
just
sometimes
gonna
I think Etsy has better, um, what different items,
better,
you know, uh,
yeah.
better variety. That's the
Like I
better
would
word.
say variety, and they're also unique and, yeah. Anyways.
Anyway, okay.
So, yeah, there's plenty of witchy things on all the other platforms, but you can find a lot on Amazon. And so some of those things could be things like crystals and gemstones.
Hmm.
So there are various crystals like amethyst quartz, rose quartz, more. That's where I got one of my citrine from. Not sure it's actually citrine and more like a
Hmm.
burnt amethyst. Um, but there's a lot of things that you can get from Amazon, and you can always check the seller to make sure that it's an actual crystal and not like some sort
Right.
of and the
Resin or
reviews and all of
something.
that.
Hmm.
But
Yeah, I
yeah, you can
feel like
definitely get that.
we could go on for hours talking about the crystals that you can
Yes.
find on Amazon. But one of my favorite things that is a great gift idea is a kit that has 30 little tiny jars of crystals. They're the
I've
little
seen
mini,
that.
the chip ones, and there's
Hmm.
30 of them. And they're each marked with what they are. And then it's like in this case that that folds. And when you open up the case, it has this little handy dandy chart of what each crystal is good for spell wise, so that you
Mhm.
know which crystals to use in what spells, which I just absolutely love. This particular one is made by the Wyspell store. If you want to search it, Wyspell, and just type in, 30-piece crystal healing kit or something like that and see what
Mhm.
you can find.
Mhm.
Another one I found, which these are just adorable. It's 50 pieces of coffin shaped crystal stones. They're less than an inch. They're tiny little stones, but they're in the
Hmm.
shape of coffins. They are adorable. You can use them as worry stones. You can use them for decorations on your altar. You can carry one around in your pocket. They're adorable. And that is sold by Noonan, Nuenen. And it just search for 50 pieces coffin shaped crystal stones.
Hmm. Mhm.
And for those of you who are book junkies, you can find crystal books in particular, also crystal Bibles, crystal journals, that kind of thing.
Mhm.
So if you're shopping for a crystal witch, then these are great gift ideas. You can make an entire basket for a crystal witch with just
Oh yeah.
crystal stuff if you want to
Oh
just
yeah.
do that.
There's so much stuff. Like usually I just start off with like the broad like crystal,
Mm-hmm.
and then if you're looking for something specific, you type in I want amethyst, or
Mm-hmm.
whatever it
Mm-hmm.
may be, and things like that will pop up, and then you check the reviews and all of that and make sure that it's what you want. And I think that this is a pretty good source to get something like that. I
Yeah,
know
I think so
Amazon's a
too.
big
And
too, especially with like sales going on Amazon and all of
mm-hmm.
that. It's perfect time to get stuff
I
like
need
that.
to say that, I'm a big jar spell person, and
Yeah.
I love those little chips, the chipped crystals that come in those little tiny jars,
Hmm.
because I use them. But the one I got didn't have that little chart that said, oh, amethyst is good for hangovers or, whatever. It
Wow.
didn't have that. I had to bring that in. I hadn't said it in a long time. Um, but I think that would be nice. And they come in this decorative case. A lot of them do. And so they're already kind of quote wrapped to be
Yeah,
special
yeah, they're
looking for the
already
holidays.
ready.
Or,
Hmm.
you can make your own special wrapping for the witch in your life if you want to do
Yeah,
that.
yeah. I mean, Amazon also does like the wrapping thing
They
too.
do, but it's kind of generic. It's not witchy.
It's not witchy, but it's also easy.
That's true.
If you're needing something in a pinch and you don't have time to wrap it,
Well, and to have it sent directly to someone, like,
yeah.
I've got, you know, brothers and sisters that don't live in the same state. So when I'm mailing them their Christmas stuff, I have it sent directly from Amazon, and I do have
Hmm.
them wrap it
Hmm.
just because that's a lot
It's
easier
it's
than
a
having
lot
it sent
easier.
here and then Spain paying wow, paying postage,
Oh yeah.
Spain. I don't know what I was going to say.
Okay.
But yeah, anyway, so that's another good thing about Amazon stuff.
Oh yeah. Another thing that I really enjoy from Amazon are the tarot cards and oracle
Oh
decks.
yeah.
I love
Yes.
all of them, and there's so many. Like, I mean, as many as you can see, like in a bookstore, Barnes and Noble has a great big selection now.
Hmm.
I mean, Amazon has anything you can think of.
They do. And I'm a tarot card fanatic. I think both of us really are. I still have some I haven't opened yet. Like people have books on their books on their bedside table that they haven't
Uh-huh.
read yet. I have tarot cards that I haven't opened yet.
Yeah, yeah,
But it's because you got to take time to get to know them, and you don't want to rush that kind of thing.
yeah.
So I'm a very artsy person. So what I look for in a tarot deck is the bold, beautiful art.
Hmm.
Ren, you like the more traditional cards.
I
Um,
do. I like the art, but I don't even know how to describe the art style that I like. I like line art,
mhm.
or I it's not minimalistic
I
in a
know one of
way.
your decks is traditional
Yes,
tarot.
I like that one. It doesn't like me. Um,
Hmm.
that one is very traditional. That one was the first one that I ever had. I got it off of Amazon.
Okay.
Um, And so I've kind of like branched out a little bit where you gifted me, I have them right here. You gifted me the moon one, the moonology oracle
Hmm.
cards, and I really like those. I like those a lot. But the artwork, it's not so bright and poppy. Like I like the
Yeah, you're not a
muddled.
big fan of the bright poppy.
No, but I don't know how to even describe what I like.
I know. I don't know
It's
how to
just not
describe your aesthetic
cartoony. I
either.
really like realistic, muddled, minimalistic art.
Yeah. I mean, and then saying after I like bold colors, I found a really cool black and white deck on Amazon when I was researching
Ooh,
for
I would
this.
probably like that.
It is the Dabri Black Tarot deck. It's DA
Oh,
space
hmm
BRIGH Black Tarot deck. And I love the art on it. It looks eerie. And so we
Ooh,
just did that eerie divination.
yes.
Was
Uh-huh.
that a After Dark?
I
I think
think
it might have been an
so.
After
I think
Dark. So if you're a
so.
patron or a subscriber, you heard us talk about the eerie divination, and this deck of card would be perfect
Ooh, I'm
for.
looking at the pictures now. I just pulled it up and I love it.
Isn't that the coolest
It's
thing? And I
so
love it too,
cool.
even though it's not bright and colorful.
Yeah, no, this is like right up my alley. Now, if you threw a
Hmm.
little bit of color in it, that's like my normal style that I really like.
Hmm. Yeah, I love that black tarot deck.
It's beautiful.
And then I found one, if you know someone who is into the Greek gods, which,
Hmm
there's so
hmm
many different types of things you want to, buy for people. If you have someone who is into the Greek gods, then the Mythos tarot deck, the guidance from the Greek gods, there is beautiful art on that one.
Are you adding me to get that for you?
Maybe.
Maybe.
And then for Ren's birthday, I got her a Kitchen Witch deck, which
Yes.
is really fun. I did not get it on Amazon. I actually got it at Dragon Con when I went. But
Oh.
yeah, it is very, very cool. I
hmm
I like the
Yeah.
the pictures on it
Yeah,
too.
the pictures are really nice and they're oracle cards, which I feel like I
Yeah.
have a better time with the oracle cards than I do the tarot cards for some reason.
Yeah, they do seem to connect with you better. The
Yeah.
Oracle ones
But
do.
these are really cool because it's like split up like the book and like the cards that you draw, they are on specific like herbs or things that you would use in the kitchen. So one
That's
of them
cool.
is power. So if you pull like a power card, for example, it says ginger at the top and it also means power. And then it has recommended recipes and all of
How
that
cool is
to
that? I
go
didn't
with
even
it.
know that when I got it for you.
It's really cool. It has a spell in here too for each one that you pull. It's actually very cool.
Have you played with that one yet? Have you what is the word, bonded with it yet?
No, not yet. The poor thing sits underneath my other tarot
Well,
cards.
you
So
got it right next to, she pulled it right up, so
I
it's
do.
sitting right
They're
next
sitting
to
right
her.
next to me, but I also haven't been home lately to, do anything like that. We've been
Yeah.
keeping busy, and so I
Yeah, I've
haven't
got
been able to
a
do much.
familiar deck that I also got for myself at Dragon Con that I have not opened yet. I
Mhm.
haven't even opened it to look at them yet because I want to have the time to
Yeah,
spend with them.
yeah, for sure.
But you can search for any specialized area of witchcraft or magic for people for tarot cards. Like they have vampire ones, they have monster ones where I
hmm
saw
hmm
Frankenstein and that kind of thing. Viking ones. One of our patrons, Greg, he has a gorgeous set that has Viking art on it. And I
hmm
don't remember if it was a rune set, Viking runes, or just Vikings, but he sent me some pictures of some and they're just beautiful.
hmm hmm
So, and then, okay, so we're talking about all of the tarot cards. There's also, like you said, the oracle cards, which are a kinder form of tarot cards. But where are you going to put all these tarot cards? Or is the person you're buying for like me and has 50 million of them? There are tarot deck holders. And there
Oh,
are some really cool tarot boxes, bags, chests, wraps, all kinds of things out there. That is a great gift idea as well. If you've got someone who you're like, do they really have too many tarot cards? Okay, first of all, you can't have too many tarot cards, But, if you're thinking, okay, they don't need another deck, maybe think about getting them some tarot
Hmm.
deck holders.
That
There
would
are
be
some
really nice.
nice ones out there. Yeah.
Yeah, I like the wooden box ones that there are. Oh man, they're
Hmm.
so beautiful. But I also like I don't want to detach my cards from their current box, you know?
Yeah. I make
So,
resin ones on my Etsy store
uh-huh.
that are unique, and I think I'm almost sold out right now. I have to make some more, but that's fun too because then you can put them on your altar in whatever decorative box or wrap or bag or whatever it is that you buy. It can be a decorative thing as well.
That's true. I don't know. I mean, if I were to get a box like that, then it would need to be big enough to accommodate for the existing box that it's in. Call me a
Yeah,
hoarder, but
because you want to keep it in
I
its
want to
original
keep it in
box.
its original box because I feel like that's a
They're
piece of it.
safer that way. It
Yeah.
fits tighter that way.
Yeah. So,
But they have leather ones. When I was at Dragon Con, they
ooh,
had a
that's
whole bunch
cool.
of leather ones,
That's cool.
which is cool because if you're wearing costume and you have one of those belts and you can put the
Uh-huh.
leather, you could carry your tarot deck with you.
Yeah, but then I also have anxiety that my tarot deck doesn't like me, so it'll just drop off and like find
Oh,
somebody else. Will be like, I'm out of here. Peace.
yeah, there was a lady, I was shopping at one of the shops at Dragon Con, and she had me pull a tarot card and read it for me, and it was spot on. It was very cool.
Good. I
Yeah.
didn't hear that. You didn't say
No, I
anything
forgot
about
to
that.
tell you.
Wow.
Yeah, that was fun.
That's cool. But anyways, yeah. So I think that tarot, like there's a lot of stuff, obviously. And I didn't even think about the tarot boxes or bags or anything to
Hmm.
put it in, you know?
Great
And
gift
then
idea.
since you came up with that, I mean, I feel like there's more on the crystals that we could even add, such as like the crystal grids,
Oh, I forgot about
I
that.
know, right? I have a beautiful, I think you gave it to me, the what is it called?
It is a crystal grid
Crystal
because
grid,
I
but it's a
I got me
wooden
one
crystal
too.
grid.
I don't know how to use it yet. I got you one and I got me. This is
Yeah,
what me when I go shopping. One for Ren and one for
one for, yeah.
River.
I do the
And
same
my
thing.
husband's like, really?
I do the same thing. I'm like, okay, so I'll get this one and I'll get her this one. And uh, it's a mess.
Our
But
husbands, thank God they love us.
yes, yeah. But like off of that, like I think that it's a really good idea because like I mean it doesn't even have to be what we have, which is like the wooden ones. It could be a
Hmm.
cloth with the grid
Hmm.
on it and all of that.
Hmm.
Um, and then off of that, who doesn't love a good candle? So you can also
Right?
buy some colored candles for spell work, meditation, creating a magical atmosphere. If you need wax for whatever it may
For
be,
sealing a jar
yeah,
spell.
candles
Yes.
are a great thing to buy off of Amazon.
Yeah, they are a great gift idea. I mean, who doesn't love candles? And even if your friend is a witch that isn't comfortable being, quote, out,
Hmm.
everybody loves candles. So that's a very safe gift to give someone who is witchy but doesn't want anybody else to know how witchy.
Hmm.
Um, I have often been asked what spell candles I use when I post things on my Etsy store. I'll have stuff in the background
Yeah.
and I have sometimes my candles and I'll get messages saying, "Where did you get those candles?" Well, I did. I got them off of Amazon and they are small enough to work spells with, but they're not as small as birthday candles, which is another candle that
Yeah.
you could
Yeah. Yeah.
use.
You can easily use birthday candles.
Yeah, and in fact, birthday candles are perfect for certain kinds of spells, but these are like those taper candles, um, like, the tall taper candles, but these are shorter, but they're like little taper candles. And then my husband bought me candle holders for those small tapered candles, and they come in all kinds of colors. And I use these on my altar when I'm working with a particular color. So I have an orange taper candle that goes in a little orange, and it's like this little square holder.
Hmm. Hmm.
So anyway, that's something that's fun to do. So you can have color coordinated candles for your altar.
Oh yeah,
But
I
there's
love that idea.
there's also witchy aesthetic candles as opposed to spell working candles. And then I found the Picky Nicky store. I know it was weird on Amazon, and they sell a white sage smudge candle that has rose quartz and amethyst gems in the candle. It is beautiful. It is
Oh, I've
absolutely
seen
beautiful.
those. I have
I've never
seen
bought one,
those.
so I don't know how it smells. I don't know if it, has a smell to it or what, but I love how it works. So there's all kinds of witchy candles that you can get for people and yourself, of
You
course.
know, I had a candle that had crystals in it.
Oh, neat.
And I think you gave it to me.
I was going to say, I think I gave that to you too.
Yeah. Wow. And it was very interesting and it didn't quite burn properly. This one. Yeah,
Really?
this one it didn't
Because
quite
of
burn properly because
the
I
crystals in
think
it.
because they were chunky crystals. And
This
so
one was chunky too, the one that I looked up.
yeah, I don't think that the heat, like the wax melting heat got around the crystal, so it kind of made it uneven. So it was like a little circle going down in the middle and then the crystals on the
Oh,
side.
interesting.
Yeah. It was, I mean,
So
it
that
was a
is something
beautiful
to
candle.
think
It smelled
about.
amazing and everything, but
Yeah. And also, speaking of candles, I think I told you all before I got the vampire candles. Did I? I think I told you all. They're black, like
oh yeah,
taper
you did. You
candles,
did. Yeah.
but when you light it, it like bleeds. The inside's red, so the red drips down the black candle.
Hmm.
There's also skull candles, candle holders, guys.
I
So,
love a good candle holder.
you can get witchy, like I saw a raven skull candle holder that was gorgeous on Amazon.
Ooh.
So all kinds of great witchy gift
Hmm.
ideas. And,
Hmm.
write all this stuff down and give them to your
Yeah.
other or your kids or your friends to give to you for Christmas. This is all
Yeah.
great
Yeah.
stuff.
I
Yeah.
I mean, I do love a good candle holder. That got me excited.
Hmm. Hmm.
And then another thing that I think is I'm always very wary about this one, buying these off of Amazon. It's the herbs and dried herbs and
Okay.
flowers and, whatever it may be. I'm wary if you're going to be using it in teas. I'm wary if you're going to be
Oh,
using
yeah,
it to,
for
you know,
sure.
do
For
anything,
edible.
yeah,
Yeah.
for you to be putting it in your body. I'm always very wary because you don't know where these came from. You don't know if there's something mixed in it, all of that. I'm always just very hesitant when it comes to
That's a
stuff like that.
good point. I didn't ever think of that.
Hmm. Now, I think
Yeah.
if it were, I mean, even if you're burning it for a spell, there could be something in it in the air. So you always just want to double check where it's coming from, make sure the reviews are great, all of that.
Yeah, you don't know
Um,
how it was treated, how it was
yeah,
dried.
yeah.
Did
And
did it
so
have pesticides on it when it was grown so that if you
yeah.
burn it, is that going to bring that pesticide residue
Yeah,
into
I
your
always just say
smoke and
be
the air?
wary when you're buying stuff like herbs and you're not the one who grew them and dehydrated them and all of that. Be
That's a
wary,
good
but
point.
I think it's a great source. I'm not trying to say that to scare anybody off or to like, oh, don't buy it off of Amazon. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying be very wary, make sure you know
Hmm.
where you're getting it from,
Yeah, research it.
research it, and it's great for, rituals, spells, herbal satchels, which I've been wanting to get into herbal satchels for a while.
Yeah.
Um, I just haven't had time. So, I
Yeah, and
think
in
it's a great
fact,
thing.
just like the crystals, the little mini crystals that I was telling you about that come in the jars, they
Yeah.
have herb ones of those as
Oh
well.
yeah. I
So
I
you
would
can
need a little
buy.
bit more than the little jars for what I
That's
want.
true.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I like to do jar spells, so the
Hmm.
little
Hmm.
jars are enough to put into because I make my smells
Jar
jar
smells.
spells pretty small as well. Um, but they also have books and posters and wall things, wall decor that has to do with herbs. Like if even a kitchen witch, they like to cook with herbs. So
Oh
I
yeah.
saw going through all of these things, they had these little metal posters that you could hang in your kitchen that had, kitchen witchery, and it had all the different
Oh
herbs
yeah,
on them.
yeah.
Beautiful things.
Hmm.
Um, I found the King Bach dried herbs for witchcraft, which is 36 pieces that look pretty nice for spell work and that
Mm-hmm.
satchel work that you were
Hmm.
talking about. So KINGBOCH if you want to search for it. Also, herbs are great if you're wanting to make your own besom
Oh
or
yeah.
an altar besom. I'm going
Hmm.
to start trying to make some little tiny besoms and that would be perfect to put, the herbs into your little besoms.
I saw, sorry to interject, I saw this cute little thing where people go to visit Salem, and they have
Uh-huh.
on theme witchy stores and all of that there, right?
We should go.
I know I really want to, but they say not to go during Halloween fall
Yeah, I
season.
bet. I bet.
Yeah. But on that, there's a store there where you can go and make your own besom. I
How cool is
know. I
that?
can't remember what the store is called, but you make your own, like uh maybe 2 foot, not even 2 foot tall besom. I can't remember. But I was like,
Oh, I want to do
we
that.
need to go. But it's in Salem, and that's what reminded me of this because they provide all of this stuff for you, and you obviously pay however much to
Yeah.
all
So
of
you
that.
get to
But
pick out your herbs and all of
yep,
that stuff
you
to
get to
go in
pick out
them.
all of your stuff. They have like a whole selection where you get to pick out like all the
The
branches and
stick
like
and the oh my
ribbons and
God.
flowers and dried
We
herbs and all of
really
that.
I would love to go and do
Uh-huh.
some episodes live
I
from
know.
Salem. That would be
I
awesome.
know.
Maybe next year, guys, we will see what
Ah,
we can work out. Of course, by then, Ren's going to have a job.
maybe.
So you will, you know,
I'm
you
gonna be
will.
unemployed for the rest of my life.
Oh, no. Well, maybe we could make this our real job. Wouldn't
I
that be lovely?
want to. I need it.
I know, right? Come
Anyways.
support us,
Yeah.
please.
Woo. Um,
Okay.
but yes.
That was all I had on herbs. I mean, there's just a
Okay.
bunch of stuff on herbs
Yeah,
out there.
there's a lot. I mean, if you just type in herbs, if you type in
Mm-hmm.
witchy herbs, like a
Mm-hmm.
whole ton of stuff will pop up for you. Again, double check, but it's a great resource to use, especially for the holidays.
Mm-hmm.
And then another thing that I think is also really interesting, it kind of goes in with herbs, um, is incense and like saging supplies where
Mm-hmm.
cleansing
The
supplies.
burning sticks.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
So you can incense sticks, resins, burning bundles like
Mm-hmm.
sage, palo santo, which I know is a
Mm-hmm.
little like that one's an herb that's in a close practice.
Yes.
So just
Yes.
be
And in
wary of that
fact,
as well.
one of the things I did find that I want to mention, and I don't want to offend anybody out there, but this is how it's sold on Amazon,
Hmm.
is they call it a sage smudge kit, which I understand smudging is the closed practice, but this is what it's
Yeah.
called if you want to look for it. It is the sage smudge kit, and it was white sage sticks that include, it comes with an abalone shell and a little tripod stand for the
Hmm.
shell, and then white sand that you would put in the shell to catch the ashes, and a feather to
Hmm.
wave the smoke around as you're saging.
Hmm.
And it
Hmm.
was a really cool looking gift, not that expensive. So if you're looking for something, that has that
Yeah.
wow
Yeah.
factor.
Something like that. That's like really, and
Hmm.
yeah. And then we do say like try not to
Step on
buy
toes.
or
Hmm.
do anything that's not within your practice and all of that. So maybe instead of the one that we just talked about, maybe if that's not in your practice, maybe opt for something different.
Yeah, I'm sure they have a whole bunch of
They
them, and
do,
not all
yeah.
of them call them the smudge.
Smudge
A lot
sticks
of
or
them.
use white sage, which is also in a closed practice and all of
Hmm.
that.
Hmm.
You know, yeah, we just try to be very
We try
wary.
to be aware, and
Uh-huh. I
I
mean,
mean
we
it.
we don't I don't personally use that. Now, if somebody else wants to use it in their practice, who am I? Like, it's a whole
We had a
thing.
whole
Yeah.
episode where we
We
talked
did.
about
Like,
this. So,
yeah.
but
People are going to
so
do what people do
you
and
do
all
you,
of
and we'll
that.
do
So,
us,
yeah.
and but if you're looking for gift ideas, they do have little kits out there. Um, and so look, if you're wanting to avoid that word, then look for other other
Cleansing bundle
yeah,
or
cleansing bundles.
mhm,
Yes,
mhm, witchy
and
cleansing bundle and a lot
that
will
would be
pop up.
perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
for sure.
And I want to also say has nothing to do with Amazon, but while I was at Five Below, we were looking for
Mm-hmm.
dog stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Five Below, and they had some pretty good witchy stuff in their
Yeah,
section
you
too.
told me that. That just
Hmm.
so
They
surprises me.
have witchy books, they have herb books, they have
Did
like
you
little
do a
kits and
Five
stuff. I
Below
did.
TikTok?
Yep,
Okay,
it's on
that's
our
where I
TikTok.
saw it.
I did a little
Yeah.
bit ago, so they probably have a little bit more now.
Hmm.
Um, Maybe.
Especially with Halloween.
Yeah, unless if it's on clearance for like literally pennies.
I mean, and that's all the more reason to go.
Yes. Okay. But next, this is something I was really excited about because I love a good altar tool.
Me too. And there's so many.
There's so many. And I mean, if I had all the money in the world and I would just buy all the witchy things, I would.
Me too.
So, you can buy Athame's like ritual knives,
Or the bow lines if you work with the
yeah,
herbs.
whatever you need.
Hmm.
Chalices, which there's so many different types of chalices that you can buy. Altar
Yes.
cloths, again, so many different types of altar cloths and other tools for creating your sacred altar or your space that you're kind of looking towards. Now, I will say there are some people who are like, I'd never buy that stuff off of Amazon because you want to have that connection to
True.
maybe a deity or whatever it may be. But for those of us who love to embellish and spoil ourselves and we just
Hmm.
love a good like little knickknack, Amazon.
Absolutely. I mean, I like your idea about the altar cloths. That's a great way to start
Hmm.
because that's the base of your altar
Yeah.
is what you
Yeah.
what you put everything on. And there are so many colors and
Oh my gosh,
designs.
so many.
There were cats. There I saw dragons. I saw just, the
Yeah,
tree of life.
there's like cartoons and then there's blank like solid colors or there's only like solid colors with some like borders, all the colors you could
Yeah,
want and
stars, moons. I mean,
mhm.
anything that you will find exactly what your aesthetic is when
Oh
you go
yeah.
looking on
Oh yeah.
Amazon for that. And then there's even altar kits. If you don't know where to start and you're like,
Oh
I don't
yeah.
even know what I need for an altar,
Hmm.
they have altar kits on Amazon. And that would be great if you're buying for a new witch who is very excited about the prospect of practicing but doesn't know how to begin. That's a great gift idea, is this altar kit.
Yep.
Offering bowls, chalices, bells. I found a great card holder for my altar on Amazon. It's wood, I don't know, probably maybe 4 inches deep and maybe 12 inches long. And
Hmm.
it has this space on it to actually put my tarot cards
Oh
or my
yeah,
altar
yeah, yeah.
cards that sit
Hmm.
straight up. And then you can put crystals on it as well. And it's kind of ornate, but I absolutely love it. It holds my cards upright. The title for it is Tarot Card Holder, Wooden Tarot Card Display Stand, Altar Board Crystal Holder, Altar Offering Table. So you can look any of those words up and it should come up.
Hmm. Hmm.
We probably should do a post on our blog with some of these links because it's so hard to visualize.
We say that and then we never
Maybe. I
remember.
know we say that every time. But yeah, lots of things for altars on Amazon.
Hmm. Hmm. Yep, for real. I got really excited when it said athames and chalices. I don't know. I love a good
Ooh.
athame. I love a good chalice.
If you want to have now, I'm starting to make travel altars on my
Hmm.
Etsy store, and I found these adorable chalices that are maybe 2 inches tall to
Aw.
fit in this little mini altar. My problem is trying to find a cool ornate box to put them in that won't break the bank.
Hmm. Yeah, for
But
real.
yeah, so fun. Little tiny chalices, even if you want
Hmm.
for your altar. Very cute.
Yeah. Um, some other things, that
Hmm.
you can get, and this is one of my favorite things. I've been saying that
Yes.
about everything. I'm like, this is one of my favorite things to get. I love all the witchy stuff. So, witchcraft books.
Yes.
We love a good book, especially on witchcraft.
Hmm.
They could be spell books, guides, history, books of
Oh yeah.
witches. It could
Hmm.
be all of everything. I just love a good book.
Grimoires.
Oh, Book of Shadows,
You know,
everything.
I didn't think about Book of Shadows being on this list. I'm not sure that we added it on there, but if we didn't, then yeah, look up Book
Hmm.
of Shadows. And
Oh, yeah.
Etsy has downloadable ones that if you want to just print your own out and bind it yourself, or you can buy the gorgeous ones that are pre-bound and all of that.
Hmm.
Just some
Hmm.
really beautiful books out there. Do you have a favorite witchy book?
Um, I'm looking to my right because that's where all my books
She's got
are.
all her witchy stuff right around her.
Let me see. I would say my favorite book is probably the Kitchen Witch,
Okay.
the one by Murphy Hancock? Murphy Hiscock? probably not how you say it. I'm just butchering the last name.
How do you spell it?
Hiscock. Hiscock.
Okay. Hiscock. Okay.
So he has a lot of, so I'm holding the house witch right now. My kitchen witch one is in the kitchen.
Mm-hmm.
So, and he has a green witch one too, I think, or maybe
So
I'm
you
getting
like his style of
confused.
writing?
I do, but I saw a TikTok where it was bashing a bunch of witchy books because um some of them condoned using closed practices, which we don't
Mm-hmm.
condone the use of closed practices, but people will do what they do.
Yeah,
Now,
it's you
I
do
would
you.
never write a book and say, here's how to use it, because, but
Or write a book saying you can't do X, Y, and Z, because I don't think anybody, I mean, that's the thing about witchcraft is it's personal to you. So
yeah.
I don't
But I
like the
mean, there
idea.
are closed practices. Anyways, there are
Anyway,
closed
that's a whole different
practices that
topic.
we don't, yeah, we
But I
don't,
don't
yeah.
like a book. I mean, I can see
But they
if a
would,
book is telling you you have to use the rule of three or you have to be
yeah.
Wiccan
I
or
mean, they were just bashing some of the grammar uses. They specifically bashed I say my, but I just have the book, The Everyday Magic by Simera Hack server. I
okay.
know I'm butchering that, but it was just very interesting to see like how other people react to the various books
Mm-hmm.
that we have. And not every book is for everybody, and we completely understand that.
Absolutely.
And sure, there might be a book where I pick it up, I buy it, and I get home and I finish reading it. And I'm like, that didn't
Mm.
do what I thought it would. It didn't
Or I
really,
don't agree with all of the
yeah.
things that are
And
in
that's
that book.
okay.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have to agree with, everything that everybody says, henceforth why we have our own opinionated podcast. Um,
Absolutely. I mean, also, you got to remember some of these people are self-published, hence the grammar issues that aren't caught by an
yeah,
editor.
and that's completely
Um,
fine too.
and that's fine too.
I mean,
I
nobody's
mean,
nobody's perfect. We're all in a world trying to live a life. We're all literally, this is how I think about it. We're all stuck in this planet together,
hmm
and we're all just trying to be
absolutely.
happy. So,
Yep.
my favorite book is The House Witch. I think maybe I was getting it confused. I'm not sure if he has a kitchen witch book. I know he has a green witch and he has The House Witch, which I think is
Okay.
is the kitchen witch one.
Okay.
Anyways, I really like his style. I have two of his books. And what's your favorite book?
Yeah,
Witchy book.
it's hard to pick a favorite. I love a bunch of them, but I
Mm-hmm.
just got Wikipedia, a modern day white witches guide off of Amazon. Bought it off
Mm-hmm.
of Amazon. I'm still reading it. It has this lovely black cover with shiny green scroll work on the cover.
Oh.
It's beautiful and it's um I think you might have talked about it on one of your TikToks. Is this
Oh, I
yes.
did. I did. I wanted to buy that one so bad, but
Yeah,
my
and
and we
because
were
of
just like, nah.
your TikTok, I went out and bought it and I'm loving it so far.
Hmm. I really
And it's
like that
got
one.
all kinds of fun things.
It
So
was that
and it
that
and
one
it
was fun.
it looks so cool too. So if you're looking for
Yeah.
that wow factor,
Yeah.
that's something that people would go, "Oh my
Now you
God."
say don't judge a book by its cover, but I specifically did when
I
I picked up some of these books for
yeah,
TikTok. I was like, that's very pretty.
I agree. Oh, and while we're on the subject of books, don't forget journals.
Oh yeah. Oh look, another episode where
Witchy
we talk about journals.
journals. You can never have
You
enough.
you need to have a journal for your journals.
Here is the list of journals that I
Here's the
have in
list of
this
journals
journal.
that I have.
Um, I actually sell some on my Etsy store too, but Amazon has some. This is another thing that I think Etsy has more variety in. But some of the Amazon ones are cute too. So
Yeah, I
yeah, just
personally love to get my journals from Barnes and Noble.
I like to touch and
They
feel
have
them.
some really pretty ones, and
hmm
pulling it out of my stack, it
hmm
looks like an old lady journal.
Oh, it sure does. It looks
It's
Victorian,
it's very Victorian. I love
and
it
the
so
page
much.
edges are gilded. I can see.
Yeah, it gives me, okay, I'm kind of in like a Scottish vibe right now where I love
hmm
everything to do with like Scotland and
hmm
everything. Like I would love to go one day. Like that's my
Me
dream.
too. Me too.
And I don't know, whenever I listen to Scottish music, I just feel at home.
Yeah.
Maybe I
Yeah.
had a past life there. Who knows?
Maybe so. Maybe
But
so.
this gives me
Have you
Scottish
used that one
vibes.
yet?
Yes,
Is
this
it
one's
still
my
blank?
recipe book.
Oh,
It's my
nice.
little when I wanted a book that would look like a grandma would write her recipes in it. And I think
Very
it
nice.
doesn't it match.
Yes. So you
I'm
can
gonna
hand
be
that down as a
yep,
family heirloom.
yep.
That's very cool.
Now if they'll be able to read my handwriting, I don't know, but
That's the thing about journals for me is my handwriting is
I
atrocious,
know my
but I
handwriting sucks
love
and I don't want to ruin it by
that. Me
putting my
too.
handwriting in it. But what's, you buy it
So
to
I
you.
have a bunch of journals also that I haven't used yet because I'm
Yeah,
afraid of quote ruining them,
I
but I
know.
love them. So
I
that's always a great gift
I
idea.
have this one and I know you guys can't see any of it.
I know
This
she's showing
one,
me. I can see it.
I don't even know what size this one is. It's a leather hand-bound one that I got and it's like a lime greenish swirl
Yeah, it
design.
looks kind of like that painting that you do where you put the
Yes.
colors. What is that called? You put the colors in the water and then you lay paper on it and you
And you
peel it
like
up and
swirl and it's
it's got that
swirly.
swirls in it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's exactly what this looks like. And I haven't used it yet because I don't want to ruin it with my handwriting.
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
anyways, I know we got a little bit off topic while talking about
But
books.
but journals, great gift idea.
Journals are a great gift idea. Witchcraft books are a great gift idea. And I mean, if people are going to be picky about what they're reading and what type of witchcraft book it's going to be, just kind of understand if you're buying it as a gift, understand what type of witch the person is so that you
Yeah.
can go after what they would like versus,
Yeah.
oh,
Like
that's a pretty cover. Let me buy
when
it.
I happened upon those kitchen witch oracle cards, I mean, I just knew this is Ren. I have to get this. My husband's
Yeah.
like, okay.
Okay, whatever.
And then because I got Ren's one, River needs one too. Yeah. Yeah. Our
Yeah.
husbands,
Yeah.
y'all, you just don't know how much they do for us.
And
I
you don't know
mean, her
how
husband is
many eye
actually
rolls they have.
he, he's like our unofficial manager, really.
Manager. God,
He
yeah.
really is.
Yeah. Poor guy.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Anyway.
various other things that you could buy off of Amazon are like crystal balls or scrying
Mm-hmm.
mirrors. You know, there's a mirror. I have it. I bought it off of Amazon and it
Mm-hmm.
has a very pretty gilded gold border and it's like kind of ornate, kind of looks Victorian. It's
Mm-hmm.
hanging on my wall right now. And you
That's
can use
fun.
that as like a scrying mirror. It's intended to be like a tray type of vibe where you put stuff on
Oh.
it. I decided to put it on my wall. But you can use it for scrying. And it was literally $12 and it's beautiful.
And I think they're gorgeous when you have a mirror that's a smaller size and lay it. You can put it in the middle of your table with candles on it,
Oh yeah,
and it
definitely.
makes a great decoration for
It
your
does.
table.
Hmm.
Hmm.
So there's so many options that there are on Amazon, especially crystal balls. You have this like, the generic clear balls, but you also have like solid ones with some patterns in it. So there's something to like see and kind of
Hmm.
depict from. And then let's not even talk about like the, crystal ball holders. They all come in different
That
sizes and colors and shapes and
I
designs.
was going to say, be very careful when you're shopping because the picture might show both the ball and the stand,
Uh-huh. Yeah, you have
but
to
it might only
read.
be selling one or the other.
Yes,
So
yes.
read very carefully before
Hmm.
you order so that you don't
Yes.
end up with just a stand and no orb or
No,
just the
yeah.
orb and no
And
stand.
you get a small little package. You're like, how is a crystal ball supposed to fit in there?
Uh-huh. So be very, very
Yes.
careful with that.
Yes.
But yeah, there's all kinds of beautiful mirrors out there.
Oh yeah.
Um, and think about like witchy, what are they called? The makeup mirrors, the little purse mirrors.
Oh
They have,
yeah.
the
Hmm.
compact
Yeah,
mirrors
yeah.
to carry around with you in your purse. Those they have witchy ones of those too, and like I
Ooh.
carry mine with me because I like to catch the sun sometimes. It just
Oh.
when the mood strikes me and it just feels like it's talking to me, I
Hmm.
will get that mirror out and I will catch the sun, close it up into my little compact mirror, and keep it until I'm ready to use the energy that I've saved in that
Oh, I like that. I
compact mirror,
haven't
but
even
they
I didn't
have
even think about that.
skulls on them and
Oh
all
yeah,
kinds
so
of
many
beautiful
things.
ones.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. More things that you could buy witchy wise is witchy jewelry.
Oh
You
yeah.
know, there's rings, necklaces, bracelets, and like they can all feature symbols like pinnacles, moons, crystals, athames, chalices,
Gods or
cats,
goddesses. I got
gods or goddesses,
a
deities.
Lilith
Yeah,
necklace because that's who I'm into right now.
yeah.
Gorgeous
Plants,
stuff.
whatever it may be.
Hmm.
I like this idea because if you like know the person who you're buying it for, it can be
Hmm.
very personal because you know if they wear rings, you know if they wear a necklace, they,
Hmm.
and then if you, especially on top of that, if you get something with like a symbol of something that they really like practice or mean something a
Yes.
lot in their practice, then it's just something a little bit more personal. And I really like
Yeah,
that.
we've got a friend that we know who likes mushrooms, and so it's very fun to buy mushroom
Hmm.
stuff for her
hmm I
because
feel like
that's
she's getting
important
sick and
to her.
tired of us buying mushroom
I don't
stuff for
think
her.
she is, though. She loves them.
And I'm going to say this on the podcast because I know she doesn't listen.
So, how good of
um,
a friend is she really? Okay. No,
Mm,
just kidding.
yeah.
JK,
But
JK.
there are these like little mushroom shelf thingies. Now they're like no bigger than maybe a couple of inches wide each one, and you poke it like you put it into the wall and it holds your keys.
Oh, how
They're like
cute.
little tiny shelves, and they're like I was like, okay, I'll get those for her for like Christmas or something, or like
Yeah.
her birthday just recently passed, but we didn't get them for her birthday.
Is she saying, has she told you she's tired of mushrooms?
No, I just have a vibe.
Oh, maybe we should listen to your
I
vibe.
don't know because you're over here saying, no, she's not tired of it. And I'm like, I think she's a little
Well, she may
tired
not
of
want
it.
to hurt our feelings because we keep buying
We
them
keep
for
giving
her.
her so much mushroom stuff. But I would I like her room, like how her apartment is set up, and like in her bedroom, she has this like little cork board of like all of her like little thingies. And I think that the little mushroom shelf thingies would be perfect on that.
Hmm.
Now I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
But guess where I would buy
But
those from? Amazon.
Amazon, yeah. I mean,
Uh-huh.
but for her, from what we know of her, unless she's getting sick of them, that is something that's special to her. And so
hmm
that's a
hmm
great gift idea.
I think so. But anyways, how did we get onto that?
I don't know.
The next things that you can buy are like something like a spell kit or we've been talking about
Yes.
the kits, but the kits can contain all the materials that you need for that specific things for
Spell.
if it's like
Yeah.
a let's say
Like a
it's like
love
a
spell
love spell.
kit.
Yeah.
Yes.
So in that love spell, it would maybe contain a red or pink candle, or
A
it would
pink
have a rose
quartz.
quartz, or
Oh, rose quartz. That's
yeah,
it.
and maybe like a
Yeah.
little altar dish, and then it would contain what you need, or maybe
For
Himalayan
that
salt.
particular
Yeah, yeah,
style of spells. Yeah, for
yeah.
sure.
So there's a whole ton of those that I think are great. So if you have a friend or if you want something like that, but you're not quite sure what you're needing for a spell or a ritual, these like little spell kits are perfect for that.
Hmm.
More things. I feel like pendulums are something very wishy-washy to get off of Amazon. I don't know. I need to connect with the pendulum before.
Yeah, and this is something I sell pendulums too.
This is
And when I
becoming a
make them,
shameless
I
plug.
know I don't mean to be advertising my thing,
This
but
is
there
it's
is a
just the River
difference.
show, a River where she talks about her Etsy store.
But there is a difference between a box store or a big company like Amazon and a small company that puts like when I make my pendulums, I know they're going to be used for divination. So I put that energy into them when I make them.
Yeah.
And I
This
usually charge them in the moon before I sell them. And I'll tell the people this was charged on the full hunter's moon in
uh-huh.
October 2023 or whatever
Now you see I get it, but we should just call this episode 1 of the River show.
of the river show. I like it.
Um anyways, but so yeah, you can get your pendulums, and I mean I don't want to buy mine off of Amazon, but that doesn't mean that it's wrong. Like
No,
I mean, I don't even use pendulums that much,
I
and
mean,
but when if I do, I want it. I don't know.
say that you find a pendulum personally somewhere else, like in a crystal shop or whatever,
Hmm.
you still need the pendulum board to
Yeah,
read.
and you can
And
definitely get
those
the
are perfectly
board.
safe to buy off of
Yeah,
Amazon.
yeah.
Yeah.
But if, I mean, pendulums are perfectly fine to get off of Amazon. So are
Hmm.
wands, you know,
Oh,
wands,
yeah.
you can have decorative wands, ritual wands, you can use them to direct energy. You can, whatever it may be. Like, I mean, I know a lot of the Harry Potter wands are,
Oh, yeah. You can get tons
spiraling
of wands.
and,
I like to use wands to create my circles. Well, I use Athame too. But when I'm
mhm.
doing a circle, I think a wand is a perfect
Oh,
tool for
yeah.
that.
Yeah.
And they have some gorgeous ones
Hmm.
online. Some of
Hmm.
them are quite expensive though,
Oh, yeah. They
but they're
can get pretty
beautiful,
pricey. They're very beautiful, but they can
beautiful.
get pretty
Like
pricey.
$100 and up. I've seen
Yeah.
some,
Yeah.
but I think they would be worth it. Now, whether I would actually be able to get someone to give me that as a gift, like my husband, I probably not, but
Mm,
they are gorgeous.
they are. I mean, other things that are very gorgeous and you could, use them as art per
Hmm.
se are wall art.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if I were to get a wand, it would be probably on the wall, like something decorative.
Oh,
So
interesting.
something
You wouldn't
decorative,
use it in your practice.
mm-mm, it would just be
Interesting.
for me decorative. Um,
Okay.
and so wall art I think is a great thing because I mean, I love I mean, my whole house is basically an altar. Like, I love the idea of
Hmm.
styling a home. And so decorative pieces can feature, moon phases, zodiac signs, astrological information, your deities, like whatever it may
Hmm.
be. And instead of having like a, let me think my brain, instead of a horizontal altar, you can have a vertical altar where it's
Oh,
all
that's
just
a
art
great
pieces.
idea.
See, I'm smart. I have
I
good
love that
ideas
idea.
sometimes.
Yeah, I love it.
So I really like that because I mean, technically, like behind our couch, I have a whole like setup of it's a themed wall collage
Hmm.
basically, and that's one of
Hmm.
my favorite things about my apartment is it
And so
just
it's kind of
feels
an
so nice.
altar.
It's sort of like an altar, yeah.
Okay,
It's a
that's
vertical
clever.
altar instead of a horizontal.
Well, and in your space, you don't have a lot of space in your apartment for horizontal altar space. You've got storage
Yeah,
shortages and that kind of
yeah,
thing.
yeah,
So, yeah,
yeah.
I love that idea.
Hmm. Some other things like magical oils can be, bought off of Amazon. Again, I would say
Hmm.
preface the be safe because you don't know what's in those oils.
Yeah. Yeah, if you're
Um,
going to use it internally, definitely research. That's could
yes,
be
yes.
dangerous.
You can also get witchy clothes.
Oh, well, back on the oils again. If you're into
Yeah.
sex magic, then
Okay.
the sex oils with the herbs and stuff in them would be great.
Anyways,
She's rolled her eyes at me,
I
y'all.
did. I did rule. But no, it's fine. If you're into that, then yes, obviously
Yeah,
that's what you can use it for.
yeah.
Back to the witchy clothes.
Hmm.
You can get clothing items that have the symbols, the moon phases, witchy designs. A really good place that I like to get things like that, and they're not necessarily a witchy store, but
Hmm.
they are very down to earth, which is not really the word. It's earthbound. They have
I
some
love
really nice stuff.
Earthbound.
And they also do a lot of clothes, which I feel like resonate with a lot of people who do witchcraft or who are
Hmm.
on that path.
I agree. I like the clothing and stuff that they've got
Mm-hmm.
at Witchbound. There's another, I mean, at
Witchbound.
Earthbound. I wish it was called Witchbound.
Witchbound.
What? There's the Hot Topic. I don't know if they're still around, but I used
They
to
are.
shop at Hot Topic for witchy things. They've got some
Mm,
cool goth. If you're into the more goth side of the witchy, they have a
yeah.
lot of that.
I don't know. I
Fun.
couldn't say I haven't been in there in a long
It's been
time.
years for me
Yeah.
too,
Yeah.
but
Um,
they've got some fun stuff too, and
they
they have
do.
an
They do.
online site.
Hmm.
But it's
Some
hard for
other
clothing to not try them on. And
unless if
t-shirts, I
it's like
feel
a
like is
t-shirt,
easy.
yeah,
Yeah.
or maybe if you know like your pant size, if they're like a sweatpant type of thing or
Yeah,
joggers.
if it's large, extra large, that kind of sizing, then I think that's easy. But if you get
Hmm.
down to, oh, she's a size 12, or then it gets hard because you don't
Yeah,
know how it's
yeah.
going to fit
Sizes are
them.
different, all of
Hmm.
that.
But there is a lot of witchy clothing, I think, that you can give as gifts and buy for yourself as gifts
Yeah, yeah, for sure.
out there on Amazon, especially.
You can also do buy things like cauldrons. I love this
I
one.
love cauldrons.
There's decorative cauldrons, like mini cauldrons, and you can, use them as candle holders, or you can use them as offerings, or you can, okay, define a
You,
cauldron, because a pot in a kitchen can be a cauldron.
mm-hmm.
Is that what you were going to say?
I do have that on the list. But like I had a friend who got me an altar. She got me a cauldron for my altar, and it's a mini cauldron, and it's actually, what is that? Cast
It's
iron. It's
cast
actually a
iron.
cast iron. So I
Hmm.
use it when I want to do spells that I need to burn something with, because it's a perfect cauldron to do that. So I use it in my spells,
Hmm.
and it looks cool on my altar too. But if you're a kitchen witch, then there are actually larger cauldrons for actual cooking. And I have to tell you, last weekend, my husband's family had a family barbecue,
Hmm.
and we always make Brunswick stew, and we make it in a cauldron. It is the
Ooh.
coolest cauldron. It's beautiful. And I felt very witchy stirring the cauldron. And some of them are very religious and would never have thought that. But here I am stirring the Brunswick stew going, oh, I feel so witchy. But you can have one of those in your yard. You can use it for decoration in your yard and plant plants
Oh
in
yeah.
it.
Oh, I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Also, if you're buying for a kitchen witch, don't forget that crock pots and other cooking pots can be
Hmm.
considered cauldrons as
Hmm.
well, which is
Yeah.
what you were just saying.
Yeah.
And speaking of kitchen, all of the kitchenware that's out there, there's all kinds of fun kitchenware that's witchy. You can have mugs. They have witchy coffee mugs or tea mugs, wine glasses. Here's another throw out there for bats and baubles. I sell witchy wine glasses on Etsy, which Amazon doesn't have, in my opinion, a great selection of the wine glasses. So this is why I
Oh.
decided to make some of my own.
Hmm.
So, just take that for what it's worth. There are some fun teacups out there. I this year have asked my husband already for Yule to get me a magnetic tea dragon. They
Huh?
had one on Temu, which I'm a little leery of buying from, but Amazon has some too, but they're super expensive. So what it is it's this ceramic dragon, and you put the loose leaf into part of the dragon, and then you pour the water in it, and it steeps,
Uh-huh.
and then you turn it, and it opens up the faucet, and it pours it out into this cup, and then
Uh-huh.
you use the cup to pour it into the little tiny tea glasses.
Oh.
It is the coolest thing, and I want one really
Okay.
bad, but they're expensive, so I don't know that I'll
Okay.
get it or not. But those are really cool, and I think they're called magnetic tea dragons if you want to look for those online.
Okay. Oh, okay.
And
I've
then
never heard of it.
I know
I'm
I just discovered
curious.
it,
Yeah.
and I love my tea. I
Hmm.
do love my tea.
Hmm.
There are witchy cutting boards out there.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, perfect kitchen witch idea. You could do a kitchen witch a whiskey gift basket.
Whiskey.
Wow, where is my brain? A witchy gift basket with kitchen things, and you could add in some meats and cheeses to cut on the witchy cutting board.
Hmm.
I found an adorable bat corkscrew on Amazon for opening wines.
Hmm.
Adorable. The wings come out, and that's what you press down to open
Yeah.
up the cork. Um, I found some really cute kitchen towels and oven mitts, and I must say, at those. And then an idea for a witchy drinker might be a skull ice mold. There are some really cool ones out there. There are these huge ones for like a whiskey drinker. I guess that's what I was thinking about. You put it in the glass and it
Uh-huh.
fills up the whole glass, and you pour the little bit of whiskey over it. And it's the shape of a skull, and it looks amazing. And then
That's
there's little
cool.
small ones that you can just make like into your glass of whatever and pour over it, and they're all little bats and whatnot in there.
Uh-huh.
So yeah, okay, I
I
got
like that.
excited about that one, didn't I?
No, but that's pretty cool. I think that's cool. I mean, see, if we get excited about it, then everybody's going to get excited
I know,
about
I
it.
I really did get excited on that one.
Um, okay. Off of your excitement, I don't know if we'll be too excited about the next one, but you can also get divination tools. Woo!
Yes,
Um,
for sure.
such as like runes, Ouija boards. Again, preface. be careful because you don't know if they're
Yeah.
used. You don't.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Yeah.
And other divination tools for seeking answers. I think
For
that, I mean,
sure.
it's a pretty good platform to buy things like that. I mean, I buy
Yeah.
a lot of my witchy stuff off of Amazon, so
I went on to Amazon looking for Ouija boards and I didn't see very many. And I wonder if it's because Hasbro has the copyright for the actual quote game
okay.
of the Ouija board. I don't know, but I did find a bunch on Etsy. There are some gorgeous ones out there. There are
Okay.
metal ones that are
Okay.
laser cut. There's laser
Yeah.
cut wooden ones. There's resin ones. Absolutely beautiful ones out there. But be careful because when
Hmm.
you order online, read the dimensions. I have a really hard time judging sizes when I'm ordering online.
Yeah.
So if you order a Ouija board and it comes and it's 2 inches by, 4 inches, then yeah, that could be a problem.
Yeah.
So just
Yeah.
read very carefully.
Yeah.
Um, the planchettes by themselves are a great
Oh
gift.
yeah.
There are some
Yeah. There's
beautiful
some really
planchettes out
pretty
there.
ones. Yeah.
What else? Oh, and the runes you said. Now Amazon has some beautiful, beautiful runes.
They do
They
have some really
have
nice ones.
crystal runes,
Metal.
some that they look like bones. I
Oh
don't know
yeah,
what
those
they
are
really
cool.
are,
I've
probably
seen
resin, but they
probably
look like
resin. Hmm.
bones. Like you said, metal ones, which have that
Yeah.
nice heft
Hefts
to
and they
them.
sound so cool when you
Yeah, when you're going to throw them, if you're going to
yeah.
throw the
And they like
runes,
clinks
that
them, yeah.
metal, yeah, yeah, yeah. Very satisfying.
Hmm. Hmm. Yeah. Well,
Was that all you had?
kind of because I know I've already talked about like home decor in a way.
Hmm. Yeah.
Um like where I talked about like paintings and stuff, but I didn't even specifically say tapestries
Oh,
because tapestries I think are their own type of
I
beast.
think you're right. I have a tapestry of a map on our wall. You've seen
I
it.
yeah, yes. See, I had a cheap tapestry from I guess it was from Amazon. It's like it was it's of a tarot card of the sun.
Oh,
It was
neat.
out on my back in my what is it called? My balcony, I guess.
I don't remember
Um,
seeing that
but
last time
I
I was
had no,
there.
I had to take it down because the wind was so
Oh,
bad and I can't drill holes into our brick.
oh,
And so I put it
yeah.
up with like those like adhesive sticky thingies and it kept flying off.
Yeah, that
But
makes
I bought
sense.
that one off of Amazon and that one was pretty cheap. So it's not like that thick, nice, like woven
Mm-hmm.
embroidered tapestry.
Mm-hmm.
But I know
Those
that
are
there are
really
some,
pricey.
yes,
Mm-hmm.
there are some on Amazon that are really nice. But if you're not looking for anything too nice, just something to put on your wall that, has the pattern and everything, but you don't need it to be like that really thick material,
Mm-hmm.
then Amazon has really beautiful ones that are of tarot cards, of, whatever, like if you
We
can
bought
imagine it, it's out there.
one from Dragon Con that we haven't put up yet, and it's of a
Ooh.
dragon.
Ooh.
Yeah, because my living room, y'all, I had a friend in high school who drew me, it was a pen and ink, huge picture of a dragon, and
Mm-hmm.
it is beautiful. So that is the centerpiece of our living room, and we've got
Mm-hmm.
swords hanging next to it, and we've got a lot of dragon pictures and a
Mm-hmm.
lot of witchy type stuff
Yeah,
in there. But yeah, tapestries are a great idea.
they're a fantastic
But
idea.
when you order them, think about how they're going to be hung.
Yes.
The person you're buying for, do they have, are they allowed to punch holes in their apartment
Uh-huh.
walls, that
Uh-huh.
kind of thing? How is it going to hang? Does it have places for a curtain rod to go through, or what? How do
Whatever
they
it
hang it?
is.
So
Yeah.
think about that too. I
Mm-hmm.
I have one more gift that I have to talk about because I found it so funny. It's not witchy,
Okay.
but it came up while I was searching for the witchy stuff.
Uh-huh.
It is a jar of fucks.
Uh,
So it's wooden cutout letters, like laser cut words, the words fuck. And
okay.
they're all put in this jar. So you give someone this jar of fucks to give. I have no more fucks to give. It's
Oh.
funny. Okay. She is rolling her eyes
I'm
at
not
me.
rolling my eyes. I'm just like, oh, okay.
Yeah, she's
Okay.
like, okay.
Okay. Okay.
Ha, ha, ha. I thought it was funny. Go look it up. It looks funny.
Okay.
Maybe seeing it would
Yeah, make it a
make
little
it
bit
funnier.
better.
It's a 5-ounce gift jar of fucks to give. So, Anyway, I thought it was
Anyway.
funny. That's all
Yeah.
I've got.
Yeah. I mean, that's all I have. But you have to remember when shopping for these items on Amazon or any platform that it's a good idea to read reviews, check
Oh yeah.
credibility, make sure you're getting a good quality product, but also maybe if you're buying like the herbs and stuff, you're not poisoning yourself on
Mm-hmm.
accident because you don't even know. And to
Mm-hmm.
remember that the use of these items are meant to be like gift wise or personal. These are just
Mm-hmm.
ideas. You don't have to buy any of these. You don't,
Right.
we're not go out and buy it or else. No, we're not saying
Mm-hmm.
that. So just explore and find what resonates with you, like what you want to buy and just have fun. Like this isn't supposed to be, oh, you have to have all of the stuff that we talked
Yeah.
about.
I mean, and so now you've got a few weeks before Cyber Monday. If
Mm-hmm.
you want to do Amazon shopping, this gives you time to go and actually search some of these ideas and
Yes.
come up with
Mm-hmm.
gift ideas if you
Mm-hmm.
want to. And of course, you don't have to.
No,
Not
you don't have to at
everybody
all.
likes witchy stuff.
You don't even have to like anything that we said. Just listen
But
and
it also
download.
might be good. I like to send my husband links of all the stuff I like. So as you're going through, send your husband or your wife or
Yeah.
your other,
Significant
hey,
other,
this would
whatever it
be a
may
great
be.
idea for me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, for
So
sure.
that's all we have.
Thank
Thank
you
you
for
so much for
listening.
listening. If you want to find more, you can check us out on www.c3witchypodcast.com. There you will find links to all of our social medias. That's YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, X, Twitter,
Hmm.
Facebook, all of that you can find. And you can contact us on all of those platforms. You can also email us at C3 river and wren at
River and Wren.
gmail.com. I mean, also on our website, you can find links to our merch, and that is now over.
Oh,
I
that's
just
right.
remembered our merch is now, our Halloween Samhain merch is no longer available. We are currently working on new merch. So stay
The new
tuned.
witchy merch
The new witchy
to
merch
be determined. It's coming out
determined.
soon.
TBD.
We'll let you
Okay.
all know.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that's coming. And what else? You can also find any information about our Patreon and Buzzsprout on our website.
Hmm.
And
Yes, please support us. And thank you
yes,
for all of you who
anything
already
helps.
are.
Mm-hmm.
Yes,
Anything helps. And
absolutely.
just listening helps, and downloading our episodes help, and giving us
Oh,
reviews. And
if you do support us monetarily through Patreon or Buzzsprout, you get access to our other podcast, which is C3 Crystals, Cauldrons, and Cocktails After Dark. We're
mm-hmm.
up to 20 episodes now that are out on
Woo,
that. Woo!
that's crazy.
So, and we talk about things like sex magic or, eerie divination. We did was one of
Curses
them.
and
Curses,
mhm.
how to break a curse, that kind of
one
thing.
of one of my favorite episodes was one that we just did about the cursed objects.
Oh, yes, yes.
That
That
one
was
was so
such a
good. I
fun
really liked
one.
that one. That one was fun. So we'll
Yeah.
have some more
So
fun ones like that. And
if you support us, then monetarily, then you get
mhm.
access to all of that. Also on the Patreon, we do things like Ren has these lovely
My
meditation.
meditations.
Yeah, they are wonderful and they're short. So even if you don't have time to, I don't have an hour to put aside for a meditation. These are
Mhm.
short, to the point, and so relaxing.
Mhm.
We
Mhm.
have witchy to-do lists. I put out
Recipes.
recipes, all kinds of things. So
I
you get
put
all kinds of
Yeah,
goodies
I forgot I put out a whole menu of recipes
for
for the
Samhain.
Samhain. And so
Yes.
hopefully you guys, some of y'all enjoyed that and some of y'all could see that. And they're not like stereotypical recipes either. So I
Hmm.
really went digging and tried some of them myself to make sure they were good.
Yeah, how
Hmm.
so fun. So yeah, we thank you all very much. I think that was
I think
everything. I
that's
can't
it. So
can't think of anything else. So we'll be back.
we'll be back.
And until then, stay witchy.